It does look really good. Yeah, I agree with a lot of what everybody else said. It's a very good hero against Monkey King. The Monkey King pick feels a little weird. The Witch Doctor pick also feels weird. They picked it up as their last 5-position hero, but again, Witch Doctor is good against like really tanky heroes, and he's pretty effective against like Gyrocopter, I'd say. But the other 4 heroes on Team Spirit, Witch Doctor doesn't feel that special to me, and so I feel like Witch Doctor is not going to feel like a strong support here. But I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. So I definitely like what Team Spirit has going for them in their draft.
They definitely are going to be bringing that team fight around. For sure, with a lot of combinations and just the lockdown coming out over on the side of Team Spirit. You do have, some people that are, they're strong, they're good within the lanes. You've got the Timbersaw. You definitely have that threat of the fact that Tusk is going to be putting pressure around the map. So what does PuckChamp need to do here to really, solidify a bit of a lead?
I mean, winning lanes is the most obvious that they're going to be concerned about. They need to make sure that Monkey King has a good game and doesn't end up dying in his lane, for example. If Batrider can run away with his laning stage and do a really good job, it could be huge. Miro just did if you guys are wondering, he just checking for observer wards, basically running around the tower vision. If there's vision, the tower would attack him. They did figure out approximately where a ward was. We'll see if they get that.
They pinged right on top of it. They know. They will definitely get that D ward, and that's something we've seen fairly common coming out from the side of supports over in Team Spirit, is they do a bit of that hunting early on to make sure that they don't have that vision advantage.
Mm-hmm. And it actually looks like it's going to be a tri-lane here. Monkey King plus Tusk plus Witch Doctor. This should make the Witch Doctor feel really effective, actually. And this is a smart way to do it, really, because the hero that they can that is a little vulnerable is a Gyrocopter. So if they can hypothetically punish Gyro and kill him a couple times, they'll be in a really good place. Timber versus Batrider is a little scary for Timber, but if he gets super shut down, it doesn't feel nearly as bad as something like Gyrocopter having a bad time while Monkey King gets ahead.
That is true. So Vaposhka, known for, having nice positioning, especially on saving supports, is going to have to be very careful here in this bottom lane.
Be a little careful, right? But Jakiro's actually pretty good against tag team because he lowers attack speed of multiple people. So despite like the accelerated damage from tag team, he should be able to cover his team if he's not too out of position. And now it's just going to rotate into a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. Yeah, the Snapfire rotated back to the bot lane now. Lil Shredder should be fine here. It'll work pretty cool with Flat Cannon as well. So even if Gyrocopter is attacking somebody else, it should be okay. Yeah, kind of an interesting lane setup. The tri-lane versus dual lane looked good. I don't know about tri-lane versus tri-lane, though. That feels a little bit harder for PuckChamp, because then Monkey King feels like a little bit more of a vulnerability to me. But it all kind of depends on camp maneuvering. Couple sentries now burned. Large camp will be blocked with the sentry, and the small camp is unblocked now. So if they can't block that small camp, they might have a little bit of trouble here.
I mean, the other thing you have to keep in mind, too, is you do have 2 ranged, well, actually 3 ranged right here in this bottom lane, which makes things even more difficult for Kryla to even go close to the lane. And if, the Colossus is a little bit out of position here, he is going to suffer. But, the name of the game here, really coming out from PuckChamp, like you said, is put pressure on Yatoro, make sure that he's not having the time of his life, that he doesn't get the chance to accelerate. And they are putting the pressure down, but can they get the kills to help secure it, right? Oh, this will be... Oh, okay. Astral just not interested in that courier.
Yeah, he was blocking the small camp. That was a little bit more important here. And wants to make sure that his opponents don't get lane equilibrium, and that way it can sit in a good place for Monkey King, who's currently last hitting as well as Gyrocopter, about the same right now. So mid lane, Toronto Tokyo doing about the same as Puck, maybe a little bit better actually, because he's got a whole nother creep wave to kill. And in the off lane, Batrider at 8-1, Timber at 10-2, so pretty much equal there as well. So no major kills just yet, and Batrider did start boots first, expecting some supports to deal with. As a result, his items aren't exactly ideal against the Timber. Here comes the fight bot.
I mean, it's a nice play there, but again, you need to put out more damage really over onto Yatoro. He's gonna, take a decent amount, but it's very difficult when you consider everything that they've got coming out from Spirit as well. My question for you, Purge, is what's... With a Timbersaw, right? I've always been told, I think actually it was Blitz who told me this like a long, long time ago, but a Timber is a sort of a hero that eats up space, right? He makes space, but he also eats up space. And then you've also got a Batrider, right? So you've got this Batrider who's going to be able to hold that thought 1 second. Cookie hop forward. This is going to be our first blood. And it's going to go over to Mira. But yeah, what's better, to have your Timbersaw getting free farm or your Batrider getting like uncontested farm here?
You could probably argue Timber because Timber's just a stronger hero right now, and things like Lasso just don't feel quite as strong in terms of team fight impact if you don't kill somebody right away. But it's a really good game for Batrider this game, so I don't think it's terrible for them to go about even here. Normally with Timber, you want to like win a lane that's very difficult, or you kind of pressure the lane, kind of like Centaurs do with Vanguards, because you just are a threat. You're constantly pressuring, that kind of a thing. But it might not feel the same because it's a 1v1 and because Timber's in the safe lane. So, and there's not really that many strength heroes on Team Spirit anyways. It'll be good against Mars for burst damage, but once Gyro gets BKB, I don't think he really cares about Timber much. So.
Okay. All right. Got that bottle over here on the Puck. He's got one camp stacked over here on the side. I'd be interested to see how many camps we get stacked here for the Gyrocopter. The bottom lane, though, Astral just a little bit too aggressive again. He's going to get punished for this, and they might actually try to go and punish Takalis over here as well. Cookie hop forward, leap over onto Krylat. He manages to dodge a little bit of that damage, but still will get stunned up, and they've got the little shredder. They're doing so much. Krylat, he doesn't have anyone to tank up this damage. This tri-lane's a disaster at this point, Purge.
Yeah, it's looking iffy. Gyrocopter did a slightly different skill build here. He didn't get Flat Cannon, which didn't push the wave, but now he's got 2 points in Rocket Barrage instantly at level 3. Normally this gets delayed a bit depending on the player, and this does a huge amount of damage. He got him, huh?
Yes, he did. What did they say? He's got like 3 games of Batrider under his belt? 7, sorry. But, you know, he can play Batrider, clearly.
Yeah, again, it's a hard lane for Timbersaw. If you get too many napalm stacks and he chases you down, he gets you. And in this case, he got him.
He's had a lot of stacks on him the entire time. I think last time we popped up there, it was like 5 stacks. So it's just a bit of a struggle there for the Timber.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Boots can help, of course, but you know, he needed these other items as well. He's relied a lot on Timber Chain to get last hits because it's a lot safer than right-clicking. You don't have to spend as much time on top of the Batrider, and you can't just abuse the reactive armor because there's a lot of magic damage if Batrider does use Firefly. So.
All right, how do they recover here? Because PuckChamp has lost 2 lanes at this point.
I mean, they haven't gotten a kill yet. You're right, but the net worth difference is really close still. So the game is not lost. Absolutely, get kills. They've got level 2 Maledict. Difficult to kill Gyro at this point. He's got a ton of armor, which is already really effective against tag team, and good against Monkey King too, frankly. But they could kill Mars potentially. That'd maybe be a solution.
Yeah, they'll kill Takalis instead here.
Yeah, with Shocktor just not quite safe here. It's a little vulnerable.
It's very vulnerable. You know, it's difficult. There's a lot of slows. You got the Cookie Hop coming out from Mira. Perhaps, you know, Desperate can make a rotation though. Try to, you know, find some sort of pick off. Perhaps once he gets that 6. He does have the 6 online.
I mean, it could work, but Monkey's really behind now. He's not even level 4 yet. Gyro's about to hit 5, so they're losing this lane experience-wise. But I don't know. Maybe he can catch up in levels, but.
Didn't say it was going to be easy. I'm just trying to find, you know, the option here. They do have to be careful, though. Although Collapse starting to stack up these stacks of Sticky over onto melees. And there is a Tusk making a rotation here, too. Collapse will just back off. Go and push out the creep wave here. I think I make a move there.
Here with, yeah,
they get the shards off. He doesn't have any way to try to fight through this, although he gets the lasso. They'll hold him into place just long enough, and actually Collapse will survive. They get the kill on Astral, and now they turn their attention here to Melees. He wants that kill on Collapse, and he will find it, but you have many people here that have made this rotation. They're waiting patiently. They want this kill. Mira. There's a nice spear forward. Can they finish off Melees? He's very, very taken at the bottom lane, too. You're seeing that the Dream Coil does get dropped, and Melees just has all the tools in his kit here. Looks like he might actually survive this as Yatoro on the bottom lane. He is going to tick down, it looks like, over here. Yeah. One more hit. Down goes Yatoro.
Okay, not bad at all for PuckChamp. Great moments there. The anti-synergy between Timber and Tusk was real there. If you throw out Chakram to deal damage, then you can't right-click and get tag team damage. So they struggled a little bit to finish off the Batrider, but the fact that he was able to get the kill and survive is insanely good for Melees. Huge recovery with that kill, and they killed Gyro at the same time. Even though the gold did go to Witch Doctor, still a great moment for PuckChamp.
Astral's just running circles right now around Toronto, Tokyo. Not able to land that spear. But yeah, very nicely done. You know, it's so you see the vulnerability and an opportunity in that bottom lane. Try to get something here for your. This is looking like a dead Maposhka here. Got the orb forward.
yeah.
He's just click. Yeah, no, with that. Actually, with the
okay.
one charges. I think he's actually, it's like very close. Yeah.
If not for Raindrop, he definitely dies. The Puck Orb would have shredded him and basically amplified. It would all been amplified by Maledict. So good to pick up the Raindrop this early. It's used a couple charges, but hey, prevents a death.
Carlos is trying to get whatever he can here as he walks by the mid lane.
The net worths look pretty fine, actually. And somehow Monkey is ahead of Gyrocopter. He's got more last hits at this point, about 10 more, actually. Gyro's been, after getting that kill in lane, maybe just hasn't felt as safe against Monkey, because Monkey has Treads and Orb of Venom now. So if he's in a 1v1, it's actually kind of scary. He could easily get out regen traded and then feel zoned. So instead, they're going to wait till the supports come in. Miposhka will show on the wave. But here comes the smoke top.
Yeah, they want to make another play here on Collapse. There's no trees tied behind, so they do have to be careful, keep a good berth here. Follow with the snowball, Timber Chain through the Maledict, a couple bounces here with the cask and the Chakram. Mars was considering coming up, but he's got to change his mind here, so they will just hold this Timbersaw into place, try to drag him away. Collapse still alive, just barely staying alive through this as Yatoro makes his own rotation to this top lane. They're looking to see if they can find anything. Takalis is going to be able to teleport out. Yes, he is. Chases on over here
He's
on the
dead.
side. Melee's running for his life over here. And it looks like the spear, they're just not connecting over here for Tokyo. So he uses the arena to no avail. Desperate now over on the back lines. Still alive, very healthy. Thinking about jumping back in here over on Yatoro. He's underneath his tower. This feels really bad when your position one is being dope, and he's not looking too healthy. He is going to try to go for the call down. He will fall. Talo in over on the side here from Miposhka, trying to hold him into place. Desperate, trying to run away, and it's going to be Collapse who collect the kill, and they'll be able to grab Astral. Melee's here taking a bit of a bath, and all this Firefly does have all the tools in his kit, though, to try to run away right now. They're not able to pin him into place. 3 stacks of Sticky going back in on Collapse. This is not looking good for our friend. The dogs come out, the Malediction gets tossed, and they'll find the kill.
Pushka has not died yet, but it's really hard to land your abilities when everyone's this mobile, and Melee's is doing such an amazing job here. With the Faded Brooch as well, he's just fast, he's dealing damage, he's got his hood finished, and he's making Batrider look like a bit of a liability now. Incredible games from PuckChamp last 5 minutes.
Dream Coil gets used on Mira. They have the stun coming out from the Witch Doctor. They've got the Malediction, and Mira sitting solo. He's going to try to teleport home.
Great
He's going to make it in time. Looks like he will, even using a Fairy Fire to help secure that.
That was perfectly played. Saves the magic after the Maledict to help make sure that any damage he takes after Maledict will be offset with the heal, and then the instant TP back knowing that the Dream Coil is broken. And there's another example. If Puck's Dream Coil didn't get nerfed, that would have been a kill. So the nerf to Puck is hurting him a bit in these early rotations.
Still very, very popular, though, despite the fact that there was the nerf. I guess that's because it's an early skirmisher, right? The fact that it's a low cooldown kind of makes things happen.
Yeah, it's a strong later, gets around the map very well. It's pretty evasive, so kind of solves a lot of problems. The long duration route's obviously amazing as well against a lot of heroes. So, but right now, not looking the best for Team Spirit. Toro's he's behind. His net worth is suffering a bit. He doesn't have as much like lane stability power. So, and Monkey King just hasn't left the bot lane basically, except for like 1 or 2 rotations. So, Krylat's been getting more net worth. Yutoro's going to have to catch up, but I thought that he would have a more stabilized laning stage, but it's not feeling like it right now.
Yeah, you got to hand it to PuckChamp here because, early on it was looking rough for them. They had lost the Timbersaw on the top lane, solo to Collapse, and of course the bottom lane, Astral just maybe a little bit too aggressive, but they've turned this back around as the snowball does come out here over from Astral. They have the lasso. Looks like they're going to commit to it as they drag him right back. They don't even need any help. Although Mira being around will allow him to get a little bit of that shared bounty. I want to see more stacks. Do we have more stacks?
The problem is that stacks aren't even that good on the Team Spirit side. Like, Batrider can clear them, for sure, but Gyro doesn't have that many flat cannons yet. He doesn't have much raw damage yet. Like, Mars can do stacks, I guess, too, but they just don't have quite the same lineup here for making that work. So the tri-lane looked a little bit iffy for PuckChamp, but like then all the fights afterwards, basically led by Melee's, just completely went their favor. They're behind in kills by 5, but they have a net worth advantage. Like, it doesn't make sense, but they've just been farming better, and Team Spirit has had to like react to these not ideal laning setups.
Well, they're looking to make some reactions here in the top lane as they'll immediately open up with the arena, the spear over into the wall, followed up with the macro pie. They have everything, just trying to take down this Timber Saw. Even using the Dream Coil doesn't quite connect there with that chain, but Miposhka does go down on the back lines here as the Witch Doctor getting off a big ulti, but not enough damage over here on the side as they do manage to take down Takalis. The hunt is on now. They want Krylat. They can't afford to lose Krylat here. Spear comes through from Toronto, Tokyo, and they'll take down the Monkey King. Desperate. I think he's fine here. He's gonna back off.
He'll be okay. Well, that was just PuckChamp making mistakes now. Great initiation. They get everything onto the Timber Saw. It looked like he was gonna live actually, but the Timber Chain he threw out, the tree was broken or something like that. I don't think somebody cut it down or anything, but
didn't quite
looked
connect.
like he almost was gonna live. It was really close.
They used a lot on him too, like all the magic damage that Miposhka could possibly dump out.
Yeah. They had to, though. If they didn't put everything into him, then he stays in that lane, keeps it alive. This tower doesn't die. They don't open up the map. By getting that kill and now the tower, it gives a lot of space for Gyrocopter. Makes me feel a lot more confident with his net worth as the game continues.
All right. Well, next up on the agenda here for Desperate is, of course, the Blink Dagger. Wants to be able to initiate or, you know, re-engage if necessary. And they're trying to make moves on Yatoro here. They should be able to start up with the cask. He immediately backs off, though, from the creep wave, and they do have the shards of everything here, so they'll be able to take out the Gyrocopter. But while this is going on, pressure being placed over on the mid tower. So Team Spirit continues to try to be as efficient as possible.
Doing good. Lots of damage to the tower, at least, but yeah, there's the Witch Doctor against the Gyrocopter. It's really effective to play Witch Doctor in that circumstance. You're going to get your combo off. Maledict is good against him. Collapse wants this kill here.
He's got to get a lot of stacks off. It does manage to drag back through the Firefly. A couple more stacks. Melee's not looking too healthy. Look at this. Collapse realizing that he's going to want to go over to that tree line immediately, just murdering Melee's. Another solo kill here for the Spat Rider.
Okay.
And a Blink Dagger completed. Woo.
He just didn't press it, or he probably sold it out. Oh, Puck in
this
trouble.
is not. Oh, Desperate. Oh, that is a dead Puck. Ice Path barely connects over here. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses to Collis. That is going to take a lot of voodoo restoration to save that man's life, and he does not have it.
Yeah, good kill. Good catch. The Puck kill was huge. They saw him moving over with the ward, so I guess he just either was looking the wrong way or they threw the spear from the high ground. Now, Monkey goes in.
Krylat wants this. Immediately dropping there from Pushka, putting out the Macropire. Nice Ice Path over onto 3.
Amazing.
Spear right back over behind the tower. Astral running for his life. Melee is kind of chugging through, and they do have the snowball. Buys just a little bit more time, but they're going right back in again, and it feels like they're going back into their death here. Purges. They'll take down Astral. Krylat running for his life. He's going to go. And then Desperate following up with the Dream Coil here. He's trying to get the Wind Griff. Maybe, yeah, they'll be able to take down Yatoro. They should be able to take down Mira as well. So the response coming out from the side of PuckChamp is very, very fast. Look at this. Melee. He wants more. He's going in after Toronto, Tokyo. He just gets speared right back again. He says, you know, I'm going to make you force your fears right back over to a tree. But now they can possibly put some damage on this mid tower if they want.
Yeah, that was a really fun skirmish to see. Monkey King's ulti was maybe the weakest play that they did there, but...
Oh, these Ice Paths from Miposhka. I mean, he is a Jakiro spammer, but look at this. An immediate, the blink forward here. Going to force Melee's out.
Really nicely done. Ooh, I love this. Collapse's build. I was theory crafting this the other day. The shard on Bat Rider does insane numbers of damage. Gives you 2 flame break charges, and it applies sticky napalm. Ooh. So I did the math, and I think it was something like, if you use napalm once and then hit him with a flame break, it does like 500 AoE damage or something.
Oh, wow.
It's like really big. So if you do like 2 or 3 napalms and then throw it out, it is like insane amounts of damage. I believe it stacks as well, or it adds to the duration basically. So you can have it tick for like 16 seconds or something. So he's going Octarine, Aetherlance first, of course, and then he's going to buy the shard, and he's going to throw the flame break stacks out constantly. It's going to look like Beastmaster X, guys. I swear to God, it's going to be really cool. I haven't tried it, but on paper it looks amazing.
Well, that is, you know, you are the industry's theory crafter here, sir. So I will take your word for it. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, the axeless axes of Collapse here. Got the setup here over onto Krylat. Immediately binned off, and look at all this magic damage. It's too much. He can't deal with it. Melee stuck within the arena now. Couple more of these Mortimer kisses coming out. Tokyo says, I'm going to try and teleport away, but he didn't occur for the fact that they have the Yules. They've got the follow-up. The Ice Path coming in from Maposhka, trying to buy him just a little bit more time. He is stunned up, and a big old punch coming out from Astral will ensure that they get the kill, but perhaps Melee's has gone a bit far. The cookie hop forward. They need just a little bit more damage, and they have it. And they is a kill going over towards Maposhka. Dukalis now. They're just hemorrhaging kills now, Purge.
Dude, Collapse is so good. He's so ready at all moments. I do love the lineup for Team Spirit. It's cool to see how good the synergy is. If Mars gets an ulti on anybody, there's a Macro Pyre, which is super free, easy damage. They've got Mortimer's Kisses. They have all this follow-up. Collapse in trouble this time, maybe.
No, he just yoinked that rune, dude. He's dead, but there's no double damage for Desperate. He's got to be pretty mad about that.
A lot of gold going to Astral, though. Almost 500, which is basically going to finish his Solar Crest here. Be very nice for the Monkey King. Monkey King's still looking like a vulnerability, actually. I mean, the last couple fights, he hasn't looked as strong as Gyro. That's one of the downsides to Monkey King, is that Gyro can just show up, call down, and feel good. Monkey King hasn't had that same value, but once he gets BKB, he'll feel a lot stronger.
I just feel so hard for him, too. Like, the fact he teleports, or he wasn't even teleporting, he was at his tower. And then all of a sudden, surprise, Tokyo's here, Maposhka. Okay, they find their target over on the back lines. It's Yatoro. Good Ice Path buys just a little bit more time, but still going to be a kill going over to Desperate. Poshka gets Dream coiled up. Desperate doesn't seem like he wants to commit on this. They're happy with the kill that they found is over here, over in the mid lane, Tokyo. Trees are cut down. There's nothing for him to pin against you, but he's still going to go for the arena. He'll pin over to the walls. He makes the zone version here, as now you can see they'll be able to go take down Dukalis. Krylat following up. They'll get the kill out to Collapse. A couple of these Mortimer kisses coming in hot, but they just don't have anything to hold them into place. Now Mira might be in trouble here. So the Timber Chain's coming out from Melees. It's a couple of these hits off, trying to lower some of that armor. Gets Cookie Hop. Nice Ice Path coming out again from Maposhka. Tokyo, he's back here though. He's looking, waiting patiently, has his eyes over here on Astral. Should be able to get enough damage, although the snowball comes out. Buys a little bit more time. Yatoro still looking for this opening. This is gonna be a dead Astral though.
All right. This game's pretty crazy so far. 30 kills at 20 minutes. It's been really fun. And it's going back and forth so even, so it just makes it even more enjoyable to watch. But yeah, Maposhka has been landing insane ice paths and spells, but great reactions as well from PuckChamp largely. The dives look mostly good. Collapse making the biggest mistakes of that fight. He died before this engagement. TP's in, dies almost immediately afterwards. It looked like it was good for him to go in, but Puck and the Monkey ulti just absolutely dumbstering him here. And Mira's ultimate looked pretty good on paper, but there's no other disable follow-up that would have been really dangerous for Tusk and Monkey King otherwise. But did a good job defending each other. In the live game, they're smoking and they're getting ready to take another fight, but they got a little bit of time till that engages.
Yeah, did they not even get the tower off of that? Did they just dive after like bloodlust? Yeah, they were bloodlusted. They wanted those heroes.
Yeah, they don't have good tower hitters.
That's a spell, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they don't have good tower hitters on their side, actually. It's one of their weaknesses until they get like Monkey Axe or something, which is far away.
Yep.
Yeah, no good tower hitters. A flamethrower. They can get flamethrower later.
That's true. That is a great shard there.
That's going shard next. I'm pretty excited. 200 gold. Can't wait to see it work.
How disappointed are you going to be if it doesn't work, though, Purge?
I mean, the biggest problem is that people are going to have BKBs and Yules and stuff, so they can dispel it, or Snowball protect them. But he can knock Monkey King out of his ulti, for example.
That is true.
Stuff like that could be really effective.
That would be sick. All right, they're protecting Krylat over here in the top lane. Dukalis and Astral sitting nearby, just buffing up the monkey as much as they can. Oh, actually, they're buffing up Melees over here. Do they try to make anything happen, though, is the question. It's like, just going to back off. They're going to continue to farm up. They do have some ward-on-ward action over here on the side.
It's basically just a little difficult for Team Spirit to initiate right now. Mars went for a fast Yules, which is a normal build, but he's not going to go BKB, or he's not going to go Blink next because he needs BKB so bad. Because otherwise, it's just too dangerous to initiate. If he blinks in, he's going to die every time against like Maledict especially. So basically, they have to have their opponents come to them unless Batroota can get a lasso, who does have a Blink Dagger, by the way. He does have the shard as well.
All right, well, looks like it might be go time here on the side of Team Spirit. They have a nice ward, though. We'll immediately spot them out. Blink forward here, coming out from Collapse, hoping that perhaps he can grab someone, but they're just a little bit A little bit too fast here. And I'd
Hard
be
to see.
interesting. Do they go in here? You can see that PuckChamp's making their way over. Got the tree dance doing a bit of scouting. They stick around, perhaps.
Nice wards. The Tinker Ward on the bottom spotted. Batrider rotating the bot lane. I mean, it's difficult to find those kills sometimes. Batrider has really bad day vision to make the hero a little bit less effective for some of those chases. As a result, they didn't get a spot on Melee. So Melee's able to take the tower on the top lane now. Their second tower, I guess. Congrats to them. And they're going to go on Miposhka here.
Stun landing with the silence. They'll just blow up that Chikiro. Easy peasy.
Yep. And they've got BKB and Monkey King now, so they can finally force towers semi-safely. But
The Lotus helps too. That's pretty nice.
who was the Lotus?
The Timber just picked up.
Timber? Oh, that's great,
picked up
yeah.
the Lotus as well. They're going to go into the pit though. Try to secure themselves this Roche. As you can see, Team Spirit not really that close in the vicinity. Plus having that Solar Crest, this Roche is going to go down pretty fast. But look at the Kalis, his positioning here. BKB completed now for Gyro. But they still don't have Miposhka. I'm not sure if they want to try to go for this. Toronto Tokyo also making his way over. They'll throw out the Mortimer's Kisses. Some of the flag coming out here over onto the Kalis to get the call down. Do they have the vision? They don't quite have it though, although there it is. There's the head collapse over on the back line. Melee's already picking up that Aegis. It looks like he's going to lose it fairly quickly here, though, as he's pinned up to the wall. And all that armor is removed by Mira. So Timbersaw coming back up again. They need to pin him in place. There it is, a beautiful ice path holding him down. The Lotus Orb, of course, is very nice, but it's not looking like it's going to be the savior here for Melee's. Although, down. One more hit needs to come in hot here. And it's Collapse who gets the kill.
Really nice by Collapse. He jumps in, he lassos the Monkey and he pulls him out of the Roche pit, making sure that his ultimate is instantly interrupted. Monkey King without ultimate just doesn't feel nearly as strong, even if he is magic immune. So that basically gave them the time to pick up the support kills. Aegis was forced to be picked up by a different hero, the Timber, instead of the Monkey King, and now pushing towers is just going to feel a lot worse for PuckChamp. It was a good attempt, but they just killed it a little too slowly. Ooh!
They knocked down the Monkey. I don't think they're ready to. I don't know.
It looked like it did.
Yeah, it did. That's another bonus here. Okay, they're gonna make this opening here. They have the Yules. They do manage to stun up Toronto Tokyo. Oh, the push back here. Nah. They're not hard committing yet. No arena, of course, available during that, or else I think that was what they're afraid of, right?
Yeah, for sure. He just wasn't. Here's the.
Yeah.
Okay, now it looked like what happened was it pushed the range creep
into the tree.
And the range creep was into the tree, and there's basically coding that makes sure range creeps can't get caught in trees like that. So that's what killed the tree.
Okay. Huh.
It was really specific.
Clearly the creeps are betrayers here, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure that was just a skill shot he made on purpose. Yeah. Knock the range creep to the exact tree that Monkey dunks to. Yeah. He did that on purpose. That's like actually bonkers insane.
That'd be cool.
Like right directly on the tree. If he was behind it or something, it probably wouldn't even destroy the tree.
Down to Tokyo.
You see the ward.
Here. You can see 3 heroes over on the side of PuckChamp. Just warding wards here. Another nice ice path here from Miposhka. They're not really ready to get in there just yet. Yatro will plink away a little bit. All right, there it is. There's the lasso, the drag back here into the call down. That's a dead Melee, so you don't have to worry about him. He's going to buy back. Desperate also dying during all of this. The snowball coming in hot here from Astral, trying to keep them alive just a little bit long. BKB coming out, though. Krylat, he's on the run. As they'll turn back around. He's taking so much damage, but he's got the Lotus. He's got the BKB. They're looking to grab anyone else's Astral over here. He just takes down. It's so much damage coming out from Collapse. It is a kill. And Desperate. Oh no, he's still having fall next. A BKB coming out over here as it just going to dead over here on Melee's, waiting patiently, looking for the shield bed, looking for a way to just remove that armor as they get the kill onto Kalos on the back lines. This Monkey is running for his life because there is a Batrider looking to cut down your trees, make a forest fire, and set it all ablaze. Oh, and he finds them over here. Can he get this, though? Boundless buys him a bit more time. It's a bit silly considering... Oh, look, he's trying. He doesn't have anything, though.
No more stuns. Good attempt, though. His team didn't believe in him. They're like, oh, we're just going high ground. We just killed like 8 heroes or something. Like, obviously, we're going to go hit buildings. So that's where they go. High ground hitting the tier 3. Monkey King does still have ulti, but no BKB for 18. Very difficult for him to stop this. They'll get some damage in. They're going to back. That was still amazing for Team Spirit. They basically just waited until Lotus Orb was done on Timber. They initiated on him. They bursted him down. He didn't have that many reactive armor stacks at the time, I think, or he was just a lot of magic damage. And then it was just kind of like PuckChamp making poor decisions, like Monkey King jumping in with BKB without casting ulti first. It was just a fight they probably needed to disengage from and reset for a better initiation. But in that circumstance, Batrider really paying off. The lasso was perfect in that circumstance.
So one of those situations, and again, I don't know what their comms look like over on the side of PuckChamp, where it just feels like someone's saying like, no, we can do this, but another person's like, no, we should back off. Like, do you think it's a communication issue?
It's possible. Yeah, it could be they're not talking, or one of them sees an opportunity, or they feel like they have to go in because he got lassoed, and then at that point they've already committed by pressing BKB, so then they really feel like they have to go in because then they're gonna miss their timing. It could be lots of different things, but these less experienced teams, especially, they're gonna run into these problems more often than not. There's a smoke invasion by Team Spirit, though.
Well, it's a good thing we have the DPC to give them this time to learn and do all sorts of things, but Desperate not having any time here as he's immediately just blown up. But they do realize that means Yatro is alone. BKB comes out, they'll turn right back around again. Get the call down. Astral running for his life here, does have that little missile coming right for his face, so he will fall over on the back lines to Maposhka, finding this nice opening onto Kalis. It is a double kill now for Yatro.
That move was so cool. They left Gyro by himself. Maybe Monkey does mid. BKB? No, he doesn't press it.
Krylat? Krylat, you have to hit your...
Oh.
Monkey.
I don't know what he was expecting. Maybe he was trying to mischief dodge. Maybe he didn't think he would die there, but this is a mid Mars. He's got Orb Corrosion and he has an Enchanted Quiver. That's part of the reason Puck died so fast, because his God's Rebuke does 300 bonus magic damage with every hit with that initiation there. So he just got bursted from half HP. And he even had Nether Shawl too, so he's not squishy, but he just took way too much damage from Mars. He thought he could get out of that.
Too greedy.
Oh, using BKB.
You know, we talk about, you know, these younger player sort of things where they just don't press their BKB. They figure, oh, I can outplay it, or, you know, there's not enough damage, but that was very costly for them as they'll lose both the racks here.
It really was costly. I kind of like what Mars is doing with the skill build here. He just left Bulwark at 1 point. I think this actually makes a lot of sense. Like, Bulwark as a skill doesn't feel that amazing later on. Instead, he's picked up 3 extra points of attributes. That's +6 to all stats. It's not that much, but I'm definitely seeing a lot more players, especially in this series, just play around with stats a little bit more. Gyro went for 1 attribute point early at like level 8, I think. So, you know, here and there, some players think it's valuable to get.
And what a throwback, though. Like, remember the days of, like, you know, taking a Warlock mid, just putting all your points and stats and just running around Shadow Fiends?
Yeah. Heal and stats. That's all you'd get. 4 points in heal, and you'd have like a lot of HP for your support. Bane was the same. You'd go all brain sap and stats. You're like Nightmare, maybe 1 point. But then you just, because it's all about just winning lanes and being as tanky as possible. But these days you can get a lot more HP for cheaper costs, so it's not as necessary. Your skill points are just more important.
God bless the fluffy hat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it feels like the fight's going to be coming to PuckChamp soon. They're trying to get into some favorable positions. They do have a ward over here on the side. They saw them grouped up just a little bit on the side of PuckChamp. Got the Octarine completed. You've got... How are you liking this flame break so far, Purge, by the way? I know you're very excited.
It looks pretty. I mean, we saw that the Tusk die. It's a huge amount of damage. If you flame break one guy twice, that's 2 napalm stacks. Plus, like, you can cast at least 1 napalm in that meantime. So, like, they're taking an extra 90 damage per tick. It's kind of crazy. It's like 100 damage per tick for like 16 seconds. That's like 1600 damage. It's insane if they don't have a dispel. So, against Tusk, really useful in that circumstance. And it's going to be useful right now, too. Watch.
Hello, Dekalis.
Never mind. You overshot that one a little.
He heard you talk about it. He's like, oh, I'm going to prove Purge wrong.
Yeah, but it's pretty low cooldown. He can throw these constantly. You can kill creep waves with it. That's maybe one of the better parts as well. Actually, normally you have to use like Firefly to kill a creep wave. Here it is. The shot.
Oh, too far. Overshot it just a little bit.
I think he didn't have detection anyway, so even if he wouldn't have, it doesn't interrupt TP or anything, so it's not a huge deal. But we've got a Lasso live game.
Yeah, and that's a dead Timbersaw in the live game as well.
Dude, he died fast.
That's a problem. That is your big
Hearts get
tanky
the
boy,
catch.
and they managed to go, and they find Desperate again here with the double damage over on Toronto Tokyo. Is he gonna get
God.
Astral as well? The GG branch gets dropped down here. One more hit, the shards buy him a little bit more time, but Toronto Tokyo wants that blood.
1100 damage
Krylat?
crit.
Oh, do
What?
they know? Krylat.
It's too late. He needed to be there like a second earlier.
Oh my
to get
god.
him
All
with
right,
the creep wave.
Tokyo. Calm down. Chill, bro. Look at this. This is bullying. We literally have a thing from the Any Key group saying you shouldn't bully.
The game's like over, basically. They're hitting tier 4s.
Yeah, they're done. They realize that they've got everything that they need here. Jump forward again. Toronto Tokyo would like to pad those stats. They should be able to get an ultra kill now. Monkey on the back lines. This is the desperation push here. The BKB. Can they take down Mira? It's looking like they'll be able to find it, but Toronto Tokyo is just a big, scary Mars, and he'll kill Astral. They still would love Krylat. They've already called GG, but they just want that extra kill. You can see he's pretty freaking happy.